Hello, we're at the gym today. I'll give you guys a video outside of my room. I am on the bike, saving my knees. I don't do the treadmill. I do stuff where I could save my knees, which is silly because I'm probably not gonna be around in 10 years, but yeah. Anyone who's curious, my favorite workout, I work out abs. Every time I work out, I'm a big ab person. I like incline. It builds the upper chest muscles. Biceps sometimes, pull-ups, but I do everything. I don't spot treat. My favorite workouts would be, I love the bike. I'll ride probably 10 to 15 miles each workout. Incline and ab stuff, my favorite. I'm a big fan of being healthy. I talk about the gym, sports in my literature. Getting your kids into sports at a young age is a no-brainer. For so many reasons. You learn about commitment, dedication. It makes you tougher, quicker, builds communication skills. You make friends that you'll have for a while. I even go as far as saying if you want to curb school shootings, make playing sports a requirement in this country for kids, or give parents a tax break. No, I would be willing to say 90 to 95% of kids who have shot up a school weren't active in team athletics. Even if it's just a single sport, like a solo sport like tennis or golf, which even in high school and college you're still on a team. Those sports don't actually become solo purely until you go pro, really, I believe. There might be some stuff in college with tennis and golf actually where you actually are competing solely, but I know from my experience, you're still on a team sport. That's beside the point. I'm getting way off topic. Anyways, yeah, sports are huge. I think combining my literature, my steps, and sports at a young age will build you and mold you into someone that's gonna just excel in eternity, excel in life, If you're one of those kids sitting in front of the TV, it's so sad. I was living in Southern California for 5 years, and it's beautiful weather there, absolutely gorgeous. Like if I was a kid in one of those neighborhoods growing up, I'd be out playing with my friends, doing all sorts of stuff in the middle of summer, winter, fall, spring. It didn't matter. There was no kids in the streets playing. I didn't see any hockey going on. I played a lot of street hockey with my friends growing up. That was the thing. Just all sorts of things you could do. And I know all these kids are inside with their heads either buried in their tablets, smartphone, or watching TV, and I'm just like, you really are gonna sit here and tell me this is like some progressive movement happening in this country? None of that is healthy, and you're literally molding your kids to be violent in the future. I mean, if you don't think there's a correlation between the violence towards society, women, schools, over the last 30 years, if you don't think there's a correlation between that stuff and technology, you're blind, you're oblivious, the more that started to take off, the more that other stuff. It's really not even about guns. That's a tool to carry out the violence, but that violence is rooted in a mindset. It's an emptiness inside, depression, anxiety, anger, rage, all that stuff, So, yeah, it's just, even to this, almost halfway through my 30s, and I'm still at the gym, being healthy, taking out, because it's also good, the big benefit of this is the mental aspect of it. The physical perks are great, taking your shirt off and seeing, cut up abs, or the chest you're trying to get, or the biceps, or whatever you're trying to do. But the mental benefits is incredible. That's what I love. It's just you really put in a good workout. It's way better than anything Xanax could give you. And I took Xanax for years, trust me. Yeah, you do this, you can make prayer an everyday thing. You'll be amazed how quickly your anxiety and depression clears up. Amazed. I know people that or I've known people, they stay at home, they're overweight, they're unemployed, and they're going to the doctor complaining about being depressed, needing medication. And it's like, dude, you're not depressed and need medication. You're depressed because you stay at home all the time, don't have a job, you're overweight, and haven't had a date in a year and a half. Like, that's the cause for your depression. I mean, pills are gonna fix that. I actually took antidepressants for a little bit, and all they do is make you gain weight and become asexual. So, unless you have like a gun to your head, whatever you were depressed about before, now you're gonna be 40 pounds heavier and asexual. It's just the truth. I mean, there's one, you could take Wellbutrin. It's really the only one that doesn't mess with your serotonin, and there are some benefits there, but anything that plays with your serotonin, stay away from it. I'm not a doctor, but I have common sense, and you don't want to mess with serotonin. Like, it doesn't tell you, you don't need to be a doctor to understand that eating donuts every meal is bad for you. You know what I mean? Messing with your serotonin is just, like, chemically isn't smart. I'm sorry, it's not. Probably get in trouble for that one. I don't know, fuck. There's a lot of things you guys are gonna probably disagree with, but I live in the truth and I speak the truth and I know the truth, you know? So, I'm just giving it to you guys. It's really what I do, is I just take the words from heaven, because heaven is the same way. They live in an environment rooted in truth and knowledge, and then I make direct contact with them and give it to you guys. First time, all I could do was just speak it. I didn't have the resources available to write a trilogy. I could have, but you know, it was way different back then. People who could write and produce scripture were just, I think, scholars. I don't know. But nowadays, it's just a computer, understanding of Microsoft Word, and being able to type, and you're good to go. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is the stuff I give you guys is just common sense of heaven, and I'm passing it down to you, you know? This world made most of its greatest strides free of antidepressants, iPhones, and, you know, all the other things that those produce. Anything derived from Project A. We built a country, we delivered scripture, we sailed across oceans, all sorts of incredible things. So that's why it's called Book 1, the Book of Life, because that book should now be the start you guys need to go forward. We had our trial with Adam and Eve. You know, we've built countries, we've spread the 7 churches across the world. And now with Book 1, it's like this is the start. If you're around to hear that message, and you're around to partake in it, you know, all you knew before that book, I don't want to say it's irrelevant, because there's stuff I want you to take with you, you know, the career you have, obviously the family you've created, but I want you to take what you already have, comprehend my words, and infuse it into your life, and just watch as everything around you blossoms, because that's what will happen, you know? Where 2 or more are gathered in the Immaculate Trinity's name, we will be there in the midst, and we can do that because we're omnipotent. We can be everywhere at once. We have a centralized heart, but we can branch out like water. It makes us special. And now there's 4 of us that can do that. So this world is headed for quite the makeover pretty soon. And like I said at the back of the book, you can listen to my words, or you cannot listen to my words, but regardless, you're still in my universe, you know? It's like you signed up to go to whatever colleges of your choice, and then you get there, and you think not doing the homework or participating in the activities makes you cool and rebellious, when it's like, you're the one that's paying $50,000 a year to go to that school. If you don't want to, you know, partake in what they have to offer, you're only hurting yourself. You chose to come to this universe. You prepared for it. You did all you could. You wanted to get the best out of it. And now getting the best out of it is allowing a more divine being in the heavens to mold you into something that when you die, you'll have a nice little spot up in eternity. Because trust me, everyone likes it up there. They don't want to come back here. This place is, I say that a lot, but it's just funny to me because you guys are so attached to it and so oblivious to like what's really going on, you know. So all right, let me get back to my workout.